guys, welcome to Better Settle, place where we discuss your favorite anime. I'm Yande.
I'm Eagle.
And today we're going to talk about the movie Look Back. So, first of all, wanted to talk with you about the friendship between Fujino and Kiyomoto.
I mean, it's in my opinion, like it's a very good friendship. Like, of course, it started as a rivalry, right? Because they were both competing for to see who were the one publishing the weekly manga on the students' paper. But then, like out of that rivalry, like they started to push themselves to improve and be better. And then when they met each other, it was not like, oh no, I'm gonna be better than you, whatever it takes, or like that kind of bullshit, you know? It was more like, hey, I want to compete with you, but at the same time, I want to make you better because I admire your work, right? That was at the beginning. That's what I say. That they both express their admiration for each other's work. I mean, Fujino, like the bitch she is, she didn't actually express it in words, but it was clear that she admired her Kiyomoto's work because that pushed her to be like harder, and that's why she like keep practicing and practicing and practicing until she eventually gave up, right?
Oh my god, what kind of sugar world do you live? I didn't see that friendship as you are.
Why? What did you see? What did you see? Okay.
Okay, so first of all, like, fuck Fujino. Like, she's a little bitch who's been jealous of that girl. Like, from the beginning, I was thinking, like, you have friends, you have life, let her have, like, this, like, art, like, being mangaka, like, all this kind of things. But no, she wanted to be the best, and so she was like, oh, I'm gonna spend all my time to, like, become better than she is. And when they finally became friends, I mean, yeah, first of all, it was really nice how they've been spending times, but first of all, they've been working on her manga that having only her name on it. And second of all, when the Kiyomoto said that she wanted to study art, Fujino was like, oh, you can't do that without me. You can't even speak to people. Like, that was very bitchy move as I see it.
I mean, again, let's put this thing in context, right? They are like just barely finishing high school, like or whatever it is in Japan, right? Like they are about to enter university, and then like of course they are still immature, right? So those words, do you think they really, like she really felt that when she said that, or it was more like words that you would say just to like an initial reaction to something like that has caught you by surprise?
It just like Fujino didn't do anything that will show me a good friendship. Like the whole, like except of the ending when she was like devastated of like her death. That's the only thing that I saw that yeah they've been real friends. But before that, all her actions, all her words was just like, oh, it's all about me, 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 and you're nothing because you're an introvert who's sitting at home all day.
But
Like if she even said you're only drawing background, I can find anyone who can do that.
yeah, she said so, but at the beginning, but even so, she kept replacing every assistant, right? That's mentioned in the movie. So she kept replacing every assistant because nobody was up to the standards that she knew that Kiyomoto would have delivered, right? So I guess she was just like trying to, in her mind, like assimilate the idea of losing Kiyomoto because by that time they were already so close that like she couldn't just handle or tolerate the idea of leaving or like continue this path of being a mangaka without Kiyomoto in her life.
But
That's the way I see it.
by the end of the movie, she already an adult and like she could like talk with her.
Yeah, I mean, yes, but at the same time, is she just let her go, right? She is pursuing her own path. So let's start talking about that, right? Because at that moment of the movie, they had already decided, hey, I'm gonna pursue this, like I'm gonna do a self-educated mangaka, and then I'm gonna just learn everything on the way just by practicing and keep improving myself and my technique and everything. And Kiyomoto just shows the way of, hey, I'm gonna study to be like learn the proper technique from experts and like improve myself through like nurturing my skills with the help of other people, right, of professionals, experts, and whatever. So I can like have more educated guesses, more educated like skills, and more refined taste also on art, right? So those are two different paths, and I mean that's part of being a good friend too, right? Like respecting that even though you both chose to pursue different paths, you respect and admire the other person just for whatever they are becoming right now. Respect the process of each one, right?
I mean, true. Again, how this started that Fujino didn't like the idea of Kiyomoto go to school, but from this perspective of view, yes, like I still see Fujino as the villain, like, cause she was the one who was looking for famous,
Yeah.
and she got it when she became a mangaka. Meanwhile, Kiyomoto, she just loved to draw from the very beginning, from the elementary school. She just loved drawing, and that is why she started to do those newspapers. Meanwhile, Fujino continued to do like all this stuff only because she was jealous that Kiyomoto like drawing is better.
That's perfectly fine, right? I mean, I don't see anything. I don't see like everything has to be a. There is one villain and one hero here in the story, right? For me, it's just a regular life of two people that we're seeing just a chapter in the life of two people, right? And there is no actual villains in real life. Like it's not like I always intend, hey, I'm gonna be like just to harm you. I'm gonna take this path, yeah, or do this thing just because I can harm you or do something bad to you and you're gonna suffer because of it. No, it's just I'm taking the decision that I think it's best for me. You are taking the decision that you think is best for you. Hey, if we concede or if we agree on something, then that's fine. If not, hey, you can just go different paths and that's it. That's part of also like evolving in life or advancing in life, right? Like getting more mature and also like progressing too.
Yeah, I don't see anything bad about it. Like one chose the way of like famous and money, another one chose the way of like hard in leading it.
Both are perfectly fine. That's what I'm saying. So I think both took the proper decisions because, like, if you analyze the path each one has walked, right? Actually, Fujino was learning out of practicing and practicing and practicing every day. They were already on that path, like, okay, I'm gonna self-instruct myself, learning how to read manga, how to draw manga, how to do better drawings and stuff, so I can like eventually get to a point where I'm able to have the same quality as Kiyomoto. And Kiyomoto was already in the pathway. I want to explore. I learned this technique from this book. I learned this technique from this other painter. Okay, so that's how she was improving. So both of them just keep like faithful to themselves and just keep following that path.
No, that's true. And again, there's nothing bad about it. I don't say that Fujino doesn't have any talent. She wouldn't like sign this contract about like so many like chapters for this manga. So that means she's been having interesting plot, the art and everything. It's just I'm saying that there are different ways of like how the life going. And even in the end, they showed like what if Kiyomoto would never like come out of her room, which is was really interesting for me to watch.
Yeah.
Like the way how they structured the storytelling, that was really nice.
Yeah,
And
that
that's the moment when I started like, no, I'm not gonna cry. I'm not gonna cry.
I mean, it's a very emotional part. I didn't get to the point of crying. I did like feel the emotions there, but I didn't get to that point when this has broken me. But yeah, I feel like the way the storytellers led us to that point was just the perfect tone. You know, it set up the perfect mood, so you have. They start like, oh my god, what's going on?
Yeah, and let me like when in the end she like got that like paper about how she's saving Kiyomoto
Yeah.
and like it's saying look back, I'm like you're strong, you how you can do that?
It's the perfect. I mean, it's the perfect ending to the saga by understanding that is the way that Fujino is providing closure to herself, right? Because like what would she's trying to say, hey, what would have happened if I hadn't intervened, right? If I hadn't sent this little manga, like 4 panels manga, under the door, and like for her to read, and then like we never met each other, so she probably wouldn't be dead, right? But then again, like in her mind, the way the conclusion that she arrives is that if we like Kiyomoto saved Fujino as much as Fujino saved Kiyomoto from being lonely, you know?
Yeah, that's actually true. And I mean, like, the question, what if? It's like actually arise all the time in our real life. It's became very popular, even like the Marvel TV show, What If? Like, it's always interesting to see another view of the story. What could like go wrong or right, or like, doesn't matter, like, just what if little thing will change, how it will affect our life.
I mean, like, I keep just recommending this story to everyone, and everybody keeps telling me, hey, it's a good thing, it's a good recommendation, but man, I hate you because like, I don't know how to process all of these things, like all of this roller coaster I've been through. So yeah, definitely, guys, if you have an hour of your time and you just like to see a movie that will challenge you and will get you thinking, just take the chance with Look Back. It's only 1 hour and you definitely won't regret it. So that's been our discussion for Look Back. Thank you so much for joining us today. Don't forget to like and subscribe. We wanna definitely hear your comments. So just let us know. And see you next time. Bye.